Hey traders, Raghee here, and in this update I am so excited to see Crude is back in play. Now what we have here is still a very healthy overall uptrend. Again, starting with structure, then moving on to whatever the strategy is going to be, okay? So structure to strategy. And so now we know that based upon the double green right in here, this is a long only conversation. Having that kind of confidence, having that directional bias makes the trading far more straightforward, because if you're thinking, well, I could be long, well, I could be short, where am I going to do both? You're simultaneously contemplating two strategies with two different outcomes, and then it's very difficult to stick with one. So this is where I say, follow the path of least resistance, which is still most definitely up. The move lower becomes really the pitch. It's the wind up, really. It's not quite the pitch. It's the wind up. And the pitch is going to come by way of hopefully tomorrow. I don't know how it's going to play out. Clearly nobody does. But we can think about scenarios. That's what probabilistic trading is. What if, fill in the blank. What if, fill in the blank. And after the what if is, what will that cause me to do? If the what if fills one of the criteria for the strategy, we have a trade. So what if we get a minor low? What if we go down and test the support of the low of the wave or the low of this candle right in here? What if? Both the answer to both actually is I want to be a buyer. Now, that means today wasn't a buy. And the reason for that for me is today's range actually pushed the upper end of the price movement range. So once I start to exceed about 2.7 on the day, I really want to wait, because now we're starting to push into sort of the upper range, sort of, we're outside of the 68% probability, which is what this reflects. And we're in that rare air and that larger question mark of the 32%. So I don't mind to wait. I think it's in my experience, what I have found is for as many times as maybe I might miss, quote unquote, miss out on a trade, it's been far better a fill when I'm patient for this pause candle. That's going to be the minor low. That's going to be the inside day. So I want to be a buyer, and preferably inside the wave, and preferably closer to the middle line here, the middle line of the wave, even down to the bottom. And that would get us right near this previous low. Now, this is where it gets exciting, and I'm going to dive into a little bit more of this in the premium video. This is where futures traders can say, all right, what's next? If this first domino is falling of a retracement in crude oil, what else is sort of getting the wind up for the potential pitch? And that is OIH, XLE, XOP. And again, by waiting, we can get that better, more conservative fill, and we can take a really good look at structure. And I would put XOP on the watch list for the ETF, not necessarily the stocks within it. And I would put XLE most definitely on the watch list. 21 EMA in play, double green. That means we also have the zone of the wave waiting for us. And in the case of XLE, we can look at some of the individual stocks that are weighted within it, because it is a high concentration weighted sector ETF. So XLE, XOP, I don't necessarily want to go broadly with OIH. I'll likely look at individual stocks within this sector ETF. And all this comes from, hey, wait a minute, I do want to buy a pullback in crude. I would like to see a pattern before that happens. And so let's see if that can happen. And simultaneously, all those attached narratives, meaning oil to oil stocks, also become wonderful opportunities. So whether you trade crude oil or not, whether you trade oil stocks or not, there's something here for everybody. And if you're really going to take that really holistic look at approaching the markets, you take advantage of both. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, leave them below. I'll see you in the next update. Hey traders, Raghee from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.